Morning. Happy Wednesday. So hopefully you have a mat because we're going to use that. We're going to do Mat Pilates, a multi-level, but a really good, well-rounded workout where we're going to mobilize our spine with rotation, extension, flexion, and lateral flexion. Okay, also mobilizing our shoulders and our hip joints too. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start laying down on the mat here. If you have something for behind your head, like a cushion or a towel, go ahead and use that if you need one. So just laying down, feet are just a nice hip distance apart here. Neutral position through the pelvis, hip bones, pubic bone, they lay in the same plane, so we should all know that by now, right? And then the lowest rib is right down on the mat. You're gonna be nice and wide across the chest and the front, and just relaxing, not tensing up through the upper body or the neck here. So we're going to start with just placing the hands on the rib cage, and we're going to do that nice three-dimensional decompression breathing where we inhale, feel the rib cage expand out to the side, to the front, and to the back, and lengthen your rib cage away from your pelvis. Hold on to that nice length as you exhale and pull your abs in tight. Right, so we're trying to keep that length through the spine as we're breathing without tensing up through the neck and the upper body. So inhaling again, feel that three-dimensional breath. And then exhaling, just engaging those abdominals. We're not moving the spine here. And keep breathing, keep inhaling. Inhale through the nose. And you're going to exhale through the mouth. While you're in neutral, this is the best place to access your deep stabilizers, okay? So a really nice place to just practice your breathing. One more big inhale here. And exhale, just engaging those abdominals. And from here, we're gonna go from our neutral position with the pelvis, we're gonna rock back into a posterior pelvic tilt. So pubic bone is higher than the hip bones here. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to drop the pubic bone down towards the mat and lift the hip bones up higher than the pubic bone. And we're just going to go back and forth between those 2 points. Right, so really just mobilizing the lower spine here. Feel the pelvis, how it moves on your fixed leg. Right, so here when you're in that anterior pelvic tilt, you're flexing your hip flexors are on probably. And then when you go the other way, they're opening a little bit. Okay. We're going to go back and forth, and now I want you to find a place in between those 2 points, which is going to be pretty close to your neutral zone here, okay? So again, we want those hip bones and the pubic bone laying flat. That lowest rib is down, okay? We're going to bring the arms up towards the ceiling here. We're just going to drop the pelvis back into your imprint, okay? So let's take an inhale, hold, exhale, go back to neutral. So with that imprint, we're not pressing into the feet. We're not working the glutes here. You're just working those abdominals to shorten slightly and bring your lower back down towards the mat, but not jamming it on the mat, okay? A very deliberate movement. Hold, inhale, exhale, go back to your neutral. All right, we'll just do 2 more like that. So we're inhaling here, exhaling, just rocking the pelvis back into an imprint. So feel those abs tighten, and then rocking back to that neutral position. Okay, and 1 more like that. So we're going to inhale, hold here. Exhale, just contracting those abdominals, going into that imprint, holding here, inhaling. And exhale, lengthen back to that neutral position. All right, so we're going to do a hip release here. Hands are going to come right down by the side. We're going to try to work in a neutral position. If you feel like you're not so stable today, and that can change from one day to the next, you can do this next hip release in an imprinted position, okay? But we generally want to be in neutral here. So we're going to start with just that right knee, and we're just going to drop it over to the side here. We're not moving the pelvis, and then we're going to bring it back up again, okay? We're just going to do 2 more like that. So inhale, we release that knee out to the side, and then exhale, we bring it back. And last one here, we release it out, and then bring it back. So now we're going to do the full hip release. So we're going to take that right knee, release it out to the side first, then stretch the leg down the mat, turn the knee all the way in towards the body, and then drag that leg up, okay? And again, so we're going to let that knee fall off to the side, not moving through the pelvis and spine, stretch it down the mat, turn the knee in and drag it up. Just 1 more. So we're just going to do 3 in each direction. Slide down the mat, turn it in, and drag it up. So we're gonna do the same leg, but we're gonna reverse the direction. So we're gonna let that right knee fall in towards the left, stretch it down the mat, turn it out, drag it up and around. Okay, so just releasing that hip in, stretch it down the mat, take it out and up and around we go. All right, let's do the next side. So left side here. So I'm just gonna release that left leg out to the side first and then bring it back up again. Okay, so here I'm making sure I'm not moving through my pelvis and spine, and just one more, inhale to release. So just 3 of each, right? And then we bring it back. Now we're gonna have that stretch down the mat with the leg. So inhale, release the knee, stretch it down the mat, turn it in and drag it up, okay? And 2 more like that. So inhale, we release the knee and stretch it down the mat. Exhale, we turn in and drag up. And just 1 more like that. So I'm keeping my foot anchored to the mat as I stretch it out and drag it up. Now we're gonna reverse it. So left knee goes in towards the right knee. We stretch it down the mat, turn it out, and drag it up and around. All right, 2 more like that. So let that knee fall in, stretch it down the mat, just like that. Turn out, drag it up and around. And last one, in, stretch it out, turn knee out, drag up and around. There's our hip release, okay? So we're gonna do some hip rolls here. Start mobilizing the spine. So I'm gonna reach my hands up towards the ceiling here. We're gonna just take a nice big breath, inhale in through the rib cage, exhale, rock the pelvis back into that imprint. Then use your glutes to peel the spine up and off the mat here. Here you should be in a nice diagonal line from your shoulder to your knees. Glutes are engaged. We're gonna hold here, inhale. Exhale, soften through the chest and rib cage here. We're gonna roll down. Feel good. Right, notice if you're kind of swaying side to side. So try and make that nice and even on both sides of your spine. We're gonna rock back, exhale. We're gonna do 5 of these hip rolls. Take it all the way up. Hold, inhale, feel your rib cage expand. Exhale, soften through your chest and rib cage and roll down. Nice and easy. Inhaling here, exhale, rock back and peel the spine off. So you should feel your spine stretching a little bit here. Here we're finding your neutral. Think of reaching your pelvis and your ribcage away in an attempt to decompress the spine. And exhale, we roll down. And let's just do 1 more here. So inhaling. Exhale, we rock back. Use those glutes to peel up and off the mat here. Holding and inhaling. Exhale as we come down, we're placing each vertebrae down on the mat 1 at a time. Deliberately going from imprint to neutral. All right, there's our hip rolls. So we're gonna turn to the side. We're gonna do a spinal rotation here. So I'm supporting my head in my hand here. I'm gonna reach that top arm out. My knees are flexed, hips are flexed. I'm gonna inhale, reach the top arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, I'm just gonna twist, open my chest to the ceiling. I'm gonna hold here for 2 breaths. So I'm gonna inhale, I wanna feel my ribcage expand. And exhale and stay here, nice and relaxed through the neck and upper body. And 1 more inhale here. And exhale, and I contract and I come back to that starting position, okay? And again, inhale, my arm reaches. Exhale, I'm twisting here. I'm gonna hold, inhale. Now I'm gonna exhale and bring it around. So just a little bit more dynamic with the remaining of the repetition. So inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Mobilizing the spine here. Hold, inhale. Exhale, and I bring it around. So I'm feeling my body become more mobile with each rotation. Last one right here. Hold, inhale. And exhale, I come around. And other side. All right. So laying down on the side here, supporting my head in my hand, just like so. Hips flexed, knees flexed, arm is reaching. I'm going to inhale, reach my arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, I'm going to twist. I'm going to hold here for 2 breaths. I'm gently pressing my knees together here and take a nice big inhale. Exhale, stay here, contract the abdominals. 1 more inhale. And exhale, contract the obliques, unwind the spine right back to the center. Inhale, my arm reaches. Exhale, open my chest to the ceiling. Just one breath here, nice and big. And exhale and bring it around. All right, inhale, we reach. Exhale, twist and open. So hopefully you're feeling some active lengthening happening through the pecs. And we bring it around, and let's just do one more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we twist. Hold, inhale here. And exhale and contract and bring it around. All right, we're gonna go right onto our hands and knees for our cat stretch. Okay, so again, mobilizing the spine here. Yep, so hands are right underneath the shoulder joint. Knees and hips are aligned with each other here. No wrinkles in the back of the neck, just looking straight down. My legs are hip width apart. I'm gonna take an inhale here, and I'm gonna feel my rib cage expand out to the side and to the back and to the front slightly. And then exhaling, I'm gonna curl my tailbone under, drop my head down, and reach my mid back up towards the ceiling. Here, I'm not shifting my weight to the front, right, to my upper body or to my lower body. I'm just staying very centered, dropping my crown of my head down towards the mat here. Hold, inhale. Exhale, I'm gonna articulate back to neutral, starting with the tailbone. Then my head, here I'm gonna take it into extension. So I'm gonna retract my scapula and lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling a little bit more and arch my back, okay? So nice supported extension here. I'm still using my abs, and I'm gonna exhale, curl the tailbone under around the spine. Here I'm protracting my scapula slightly, not too much, just a little bit. Crown of my head reaches towards the mat. Hold, inhale. Exhale, I articulate all the way into extension. So I'm gonna pass neutral, reaching up through the crown of the head. Here I inhale. Exhale, curling the tailbone under, pushing into the mat, reaching. One more time here, inhaling, exhaling. I'm gonna go past neutral into extension. And then I'm just gonna find that neutral position, okay? Here I'm gonna do just a couple of hinge backs. So here, I'm trying not to curl my tailbone under as I hinge back, just challenging my neutral position through my spine here. So I'm thinking of widening my sit bones, keeping the arch in my spine as I sit towards my heels. Okay, some of you may only be able to move an inch, and that's okay, right? The challenge is staying neutral through the spine here. And let's just do one more like that. And we just come back, and we're going to flip over onto our backs here. And then we're going to do some scap isolation. So just lying down, fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Let's protract the scapula. So separating the space between the shoulder blades, and just relax back to neutral. Take this nice and slow and controlled. So protracting. When you come back to neutral, just feel that neutral position and where it is. And that's what we're trying to identify with. One more time. So we protract, and then we come back to neutral. Okay, because every time we begin an exercise, we want to make sure we're starting in a neutral position, and we're setting the scapula in neutral before we begin. Okay, here we're going to retract. So retracting the scapula. So we're gliding it closer together and then coming back to neutral. This is really the whole purpose of this warm-up exercise here, is really to emphasize where neutral is for us. Okay, so we're taking it out of neutral and then bringing it back. Let's do one more like that. And then so just feel that neutral position. Slide down just slightly with your shoulder girdle, and you're going to reach your arms overhead and then circle around. Inhale, we reach up and over. So just mobilizing the shoulder joint here and coming down. The shoulder blades should be moving. They're actually turning on your back, upward rotation and downward rotation. Now let's reverse that circle. As you reach your arms up to the side and up overhead, it's an upward rotation of the scapula. Okay, so shoulder blades or scapula, same thing, right? They need to move in order to create movement for your arms, right? But the first 30 degrees of movement, they're finding their neutral. Then they move with you, and then we come down, all right? Awesome, so we're gonna take this into some head nods and then an ab prep, okay? So I'm just looking straight up at the ceiling here. I have a natural curve in my neck. I'm gonna inhale and just look down towards my knees. All right, so I feel the back of my neck stretching towards the mat. Then I'm gonna just bring my eye level right back up and bring my neck back to neutral. And so I'm just going to nod my chin, looking down, and then Exhale, I'm going to come back to neutral. So one more like that. Inhale, I'm nodding my chin. This is just to prepare me to come into forward flexion, and then I come back to neutral. Let's do that ab prep here. So we're going to place the hands behind the head just to give us some extra support on the cervical spine. So we're going to inhale, just nodding the chin, looking towards the knees. So here in this position, I'm not going to bring my chin closer to my chest. I'm going to maintain that space. It's at about the size of a fist. Okay, so from here, I'm going to bring my upper body up off the mat. My lowest rib is down, but my pelvis stays neutral here. Okay, so I'm not tucking under into imprint. I'm just keeping it very neutral. I hold inhale here, and then exhale, I'm going to lengthen back down again. All right, so I'm going to inhale, nod my chin. Exhale, I flex up with the upper body. Hold inhale, and exhale to come down. Let's do 3 more like that. So you should feel your abs warming up, yeah? Inhale, I nod the chin. Exhale, I flex up. I can see my elbows in my peripheral vision. I'm supporting myself here, and I come down, nodding the chin to inhale. Exhale, I come up. Hold inhale here, and exhale to come down. Last one, here we go. Nodding the chin. Exhale, I come up. Hold inhale. I'm looking at my knees here, and then I come down. I go from my head nod back to neutral. All right? So let's flip over onto our back. We're going to warm up the upper back here. So this is very similar to the ab prep, where we're keeping the lower spine stable, and we're moving and mobilizing the upper spine, so the thoracic spine and the cervical spine. Okay? Your thoracic spine is just like think of your thorax or your rib cage, where it meets into your spine in the back. So we have 12 vertebrae that do that. Okay, so here our legs are going to be pointing down towards the floor, knees pointing down towards the floor. That's parallel and hip distance apart. Hands are going to come right down by the side here. So think no wrinkles in the back of the neck with this, okay? You're just hovering above the mat. So we're going to set the scapula first, okay? So I want you to think, because we're going into extension, that the scapula has to slide down and a little bit closer together to facilitate that movement, okay? So we're going to start with sliding the shoulders down slightly and bring them a little bit closer together on your back, okay? And that's going to be the inhale with a little reverse head nod. Then we're going to come up, okay? We're going to keep the lowest rib down, engaging the glutes. So see, it's not very high here. And also my neck is just following the line of my spine. So I'm thinking no wrinkles in the back of the neck. Yep, here I'm pressing my elbows down. I'm going to hold inhale and exhale and come back down to that starting position. So I'm going to inhale, hold here. Exhale, I'm going to come up, holding, inhaling here, and exhale to come down. So setting that scapula, coming up, holding, and then coming down. So we do that on the 4-breath pattern. So inhale to set the scapula, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale to come up. Inhale, I hold. And exhale to come down. The next breaststroke prep was going to be hands by the hips here. Let's turn the palms to face up towards the ceiling. You're going to turn your head to the side, relax your head down onto the mat, and let your shoulders kind of curl down in towards the mat. And so we're going to start this exercise by engaging the glutes, pulling the abs up in towards the spine here and activating your legs, okay? And we're going to inhale, just retract your scapula to neutral only. Turn your palms to face in and have your arms hovering above the mat, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to exhale and come up to a hover. So I'm unwinding my neck, looking straight down at the mat. I'm just hovering a couple of inches above the mat here. I'm going to hold and inhale. And then exhale, I'm going to return all the way to the starting position. So I'm going to curl my shoulders down into the mat, allow my palms to face up. My arms are coming down and relaxing on the mat, okay? So I'm going to inhale, only retract the scapula and send the arms down the mat. So notice my head is down still, right? Exhale, now I lift up for that hover. Hold, inhale here. And exhale to come all the way down. Okay, so we're working the upper back here. Keep those glutes engaged. Inhale, we retract the scapula to neutral only. Send those arms down the mat, palms face in. Exhale, we come up and hover. Hold, inhale here. Exhale, and we come down. Let's do one more like that. So inhale, retracting the scapula to neutral, palms face the body. Exhale, come up for the hover. Hold, inhale. Exhale, and come all the way down. Okay? Next and last breaststroke prep, hands underneath the forehead. So we're gonna inhale here, slide the shoulders down and a little bit closer together. Exhale, just hover above the mat. Hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. Inhale, shoulders down and closer together. Exhale, we come up. Inhale and hold. Exhale to come down. And again, inhaling, check in with the shoulder blades. Exhale, come up for the hover. Hold, inhale. Exhale, come down. Let's do two more like that. So inhaling, exhale. So you should feel more mid-back working here. Holding, and then coming down. We have one more. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Hold, and exhale all the way down. All right. So a couple of options for your shell stretch. You can take it back like so, rounding the spine. All right. You can also be laying on your back like this and just hugging your knees here, right? And you can also be here, okay, for that shell stretch. So whenever we do a shell stretch, just use whatever is most appropriate for you, whatever feels good, okay? So ready to do some hundreds? Let's do it. We got some options here, you know them. You can keep your head down, right? If you're having a hard time with your imprint these days, keep your feet down and flex up. Do it in an ab prep position, okay? You can always put your hands behind your head, eliminate the pulsing with your arms, okay? I'm gonna take us up to the full exercise. So I'm gonna work an imprint today, bring my legs to tabletop. Hands are down by the side for right now. I'm gonna nod my chin, flex up with the upper body, and then extend my legs, all right? We're gonna pulse for 5, and then exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3. So this makes it a little bit easier, right? This makes it harder. You can lower your legs as low as you can go. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. Bending the knees, right? Head down. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3. Let's do 2 more sets. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3. Hold here. Add a little bit of flexion. Reach, 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 reach. Come all the way down. Bend the knees here. Reach the arms overhead and rock yourself up for that half roll back position. Okay? Ready to go? So I like kind of a wider stance with this exercise because it helps me to feel my pelvis move on my legs. Okay? So reaching the arms here. We're going to exhale, just roll back halfway. Here, I'm feeling like my front of my hips are opening, right? Because I'm tucking my pelvis under using my glutes. And then we come up and over, all right? Exhale, we roll back. Inhale, coming up and over. Exhale, rolling back. I'm just looking straight ahead with my eyes here. Then I come up and over, and I'm looking at about my knees, right? So that's going to help me keep my head and neck alignment, right? In line with my upper spine, and I roll back. And let's do 4 more like that. So exhale, we roll back. Inhale, come up and over. And 3 more, relaxing those shoulders. The shoulders definitely tend to tense up as we go back, but you should feel those abs kick in here. And we do 1 more. Let's hold here for fun, okay? We're gonna roll down onto the mat here. So think of tucking your tailbone under. Let's reach the toes up towards the ceiling here and get those front of the lower legs activated a little bit. We're gonna roll down a little bit more. Can you roll down? Let's see how far you can go without falling, okay? Or collapsing down onto the mat. And woo! Okay, so roll up, full roll up here. So reaching the toes up towards the ceiling. Definitely bend your knees up a little bit if you need help rolling through your spine. I'm gonna straighten my legs out. We're gonna start with just reaching the arms up towards the ceiling here, nodding the chin and rolling up. Okay, so if you have a
spot where it's a little bit more challenging, you can bend your knees and pull yourself up. Try to be even on both sides of the spine here and reach. And then we roll back down again. All right. And arms reach, nod the chin, and we roll up. So usually the more mobile you are, right, through your spine, like the more movement you have available to you, the easier the roll up is, okay? Those of you who have a lot of tightness through your hamstrings can have a hard time doing this as well, okay? So don't think it's because you don't have the ab strength, right? Sometimes your abs have to catch up a little bit to your hip flexors because there's an imbalance there, but a lot of times this has to do with flexibility. So inhale, exhale, we roll up, pulling those abs nice and tight. We're gonna do a couple more here. And reach the arms up towards the ceiling, nodding the chin, rolling up. Oh, it feels nice to move, doesn't it? And come all the way down. Did I say two more? Last one here. We're gonna stay up with this one. Right? Let's bend the knees up a little bit. We're gonna stay in that rounded position. Then we're gonna lengthen and stack the spine here. Okay, so let's open the arms out to the side. I'm gonna turn my body this way a little bit. All the way here. There we go. And we're gonna go to the right and we're gonna twist for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. So I'm trying to spiral my spine from the bottom to the top. Okay, and keeping my bones stacked. 1, 2, 3 pulses. Inhale, reach. One more on each side. And pulse. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3. We're going to change this a little bit, okay? Let's open the legs a little bit wider. I'm going to bend my right elbow as I twist towards the right side. And I'm going to pulse, really reaching that elbow back far. Then come back to center. Now my left elbow. So bending and twisting. 2, 3. You should feel that more on your mid back, right? And pulse. 1, 2, 3. Looks like another gorgeous day. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach. And again. 1, 2, 3. We have one more on the left side, okay? And pulse. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale and exhale, arms come down. All right, so we're gonna lay back down onto the mats and do our one leg circle here. So mobilizing the hip joint. So a couple of options here. If you know you have tightness through the front of the hips and through the back of the hips, right? You're gonna have both knees bent, okay? And hands down on the mat. If not, you're going to reach that leg down the mat and extend your other leg up towards the ceiling. So what we're looking for here is that you're able to stay neutral as your thigh bone here is vertical, so straight up and down. So if you're down here, that's gonna change the emphasis of the workout. So if you can't get your leg up with a straight knee, you're gonna bend your knee, okay? I'm gonna keep my legs straight. Hands are right down by the side here. I'm going to inhale, cross the midline of my body, and exhale, I take it around. All right? And again, inhale, I cross the midline, exhale, around. So 5 in each direction. Nice and slow though. Challenge yourself here, right? So the challenge is you're going as big as you can without letting your pelvis and spine move, okay? So we're not rotating here, just in the hip joint, okay? That's the last one right here. Let's do 5 in the other direction, okay? So I'm keeping my upper body nice and relaxed. I'm gonna inhale, let that toe come out to the side, and then I sweep it up and around, okay? So 2 breath pattern, inhale out, exhale, cross the midline, and I bring it up, okay? Really excellent exercise for the stabilizing muscles on your back and for your obliques, okay? Also, good way to mobilize the hip joint. One last time, inhale, and exhale. Woo! I'm gonna bend that knee, bring it all the way down. All right, and we're gonna do the other leg. So remember, you have 2 knees bent if you want. You have one leg extended. You have both legs extended, okay? Hands come right down by the side. We're gonna inhale, cross the midline. Exhale, take it away, okay? And 4 more like that. Inhale and exhale. So if you feel popping or cracking, you're going to decrease your range of motion here. Just 2 more.
And one last time. Woo! We're going to reverse that. And around. There we go. Good mobilization of that hip joint. I'm pressing down really hard with my right leg. That's going to help me use my glutes and stabilize my spine. Okay? And hold right here. Bend the knee, and we bring it down. Yay! All right, so let's reach the arms overhead. So we're going to take this all the way up to a seated position so that we can do our rolling like a ball press. So we're going to nod the chin, roll it up. Yeah. Bend the knees up just a little bit. We're going to rock the pelvis back so we're on our sacrum here. Now you're going to let your knees lift. All right? Feet are lifted just slightly off the mat here, so it's not big, it's just a little tiny bit. What we're going to do is we're going to deepen the contraction here with the spine and the abs, and then we're just going to come back up again. So it's a small, small movement. So we're just deepening that flexion here, right? Exhaling, and then inhaling to come back up. So my legs are staying still in space, and here I'm flexing my spine, moving away from my legs, and then coming back up again, all right? I'm going to do 4 more like that. You should really feel your abs working here. And then I'm coming back up again. And 3. You can also be doing this with your feet down. Yeah, 2. It works. And 1. All right, so we're going to take it all the way down to the mat. We're going to do our abs series because we haven't been working our abs yet, right? So we're going to imprint the spine, bring those legs to tabletop. Hands are going to come on the outsides of your knees. So you have the option here of keeping your head down. When your abs are lengthened and you're reaching with your legs, you're still really working those abs. So don't feel like you need to strain your neck, okay, to get a better workout. All right? So I'm going to come up. So I'm going to nod my chin and flex up my upper body to that ab prep position, okay? And I'm going to reach my left leg. My right hand's going to come on the outside, other hand on the knee, okay? And then I'm going to inhale, switch, exhale, reach. And there's 2. I'm going to do 8 sets, right? There's 3. And 4. And 4 more. And 3. And 2. Oh, wow. And 1. Here, both legs come up. Upper body is going to come down. I'm going to have my feet come down here. I'm going to be hip distance apart. I'm going to place my hands behind my head. We're going to do some obliques. We're going to do a modified obliques here, okay? So here I want to make sure my arms aren't just resting flat on the mat. I want to always be very active. So my elbows are slightly elevated. They're also not here, okay? So what I'm going to do is keep my right scapula down on the mat. So my right shoulder blade is going to stay down, and then I'm going to come up, right? So here I'm thinking of bringing my rib cage towards the opposite hip. Okay, I'm not curling my arm in like so. And then I'm going to come all the way back down to center, okay? I'm going to do that again, same side. So pressing my shoulder blade down and coming up with my abs, yep, and then come back down again, right? So I'm keeping about the distance of a fist between my head and my neck. I'm going to come up. So I'm really feeling my obliques a lot here. And then I'm coming down. And again, so we're going to do 5 each side, up, and then down. And then 1 more. Exhale, up, and then down. All right. Other side. Okay, so I'm keeping my elbows just in my peripheral vision here. I'm going to press down onto my left scapula, so my left shoulder blade, and I'm going to come up, rotating. So I'm thinking my rib cage towards my hip, and then I'm going to come down again. All right, and again, exhale. One side may be more doable than the other. That's not unusual. And again, exhale. So ribs, right? My right rib cage is going towards my left hip. Keeping my pelvis neutral here too, okay? Because both of my feet are down. Last one. Woo, all the way up. All right, we're going to do slow double leg stretch. It's an intermediate exercise, but I know you guys can all do it, okay? If you need to keep your head down through this whole series, you go ahead and do that, okay? So I'm going to imprint my spine, bring my legs to tabletop. Oh, Someone's making coffee. I love that. Coffee's my favorite. Hands on the outside here, okay? So I'm gonna start with a little head nod and just flexing my upper body forward, okay? Nothing changes here. Then I'm gonna inhale and go to my 100 position, right? Hands down, legs extended. Gonna exhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Notice I'm not losing my flexion, so I'm not coming down here. And then inhale, circle my arms to my hips, back to the 100 position, right? And then exhale, I'm gonna come all the way down. All right, let's do that again. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, I'm just flexing up. I'm also pressing my hands into my knees here. And I'm gonna inhale, go to that 100 position. I'm gonna go as low as I can keep my imprint. I'm gonna reach my arms up as I exhale. Inhale, I circle back to that 100 position, and exhale, I'm gonna come all the way down. All right, again, so inhale, we have 3 more of these. Exhale, we come up. Inhale, extend arms and legs. Exhale, I'm gonna reach. Inhale, I circle. Exhale, I come back down. 2 more, inhaling. Just flex the upper body. Inhale, 100 position. Exhale, I reach up. Inhale, I circle. Exhale to come all the way down. 1 more, inhaling here. Exhale. So this is called slow double leg stretch. 100 position. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, we circle. And inhale, come all the way down. Now we're gonna do double leg stretch. So legs come together. Right, so you have a choice. You can keep your head down. I'm gonna start that way, and then I'm gonna come up for the last 4. So if you wanna stay up for the whole thing, you're gonna start flexed forward like this, okay? Otherwise, we're gonna start down. So I'm gonna inhale to prepare, exhale, extend my arms and my legs here, and then inhale, circle back to the start, okay? So inhaling to reach, exhaling to bring it in. Inhaling to reach, exhale, bring it in. All right, now I'm gonna flex forward, add some intensity. And exhaling, inhaling here. Notice as I reach my arms, my body's not coming down. So I'm maintaining the same shape through my spine. All right, 1 more. And reach right here. Okay, next and last is scissors. So extending the legs up towards the ceiling. If you can't extend your legs, a slight bend in both knees works for sure, okay? We're gonna reach that left leg down, right leg comes in towards us. We're gonna pulse, double pulse. Inhale, switch, double pulse. Same thing with my spine. I'm holding that ab prep position, so I'm not here just lifting my head up, okay? I'm flexing my spine. And if that is straining my neck, hands can come behind the head, but you can also be all the way down, okay? You're still really working those abs. And we have 4 here. Woo! And 3. More intensity here. And last one. Woo! Here we go. Both legs up. Inhale. Bend the knees. Place them down the mat. Upper body rolls down. Shoulder bridge time. So hip distance apart is good. You can also be all the way together with your legs. Okay, it's really your choice. Hands are right on the outsides of your hips right here. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale, just pick those hips up. So we're not rolling like we did in the warm-up. We're just picking the hips up, staying very neutral through the spine here. Hold, inhale. Exhale, hips come down. All right, so that's a modification number 1. So we're going to hold here. It's just lifting the hips up, holding, inhaling, and then placing the hips down, okay? So as we get into more challenge for this series, picking the hips up, holding, inhaling, and then bringing the hips down, you can always come back to this modification, okay? And inhale, exhale, pick the hips up, really squeezing those glutes. Hold, inhale, and exhale to come down, okay? We're gonna add unilateral leg lifts to that, okay? So we're gonna inhale, hold here. I'm bringing my feet closer together. That's gonna help me with my balance, okay? Exhale, pick the hips up. Inhale, I'm gonna lift my right leg to tabletop. My spine doesn't move here. Exhale, it comes down, all right? Let's do the other leg. So I'm keeping my knee bent here. And exhale. Inhale, I lift. Exhale, I lower. Inhale, I lift. So I'm trying not to move my spine. That's the challenge here. It's even harder because I'm not on the mat. So my glutes and my back are working extra hard with my obliques too to keep my pelvis lifted. Last set here. And here we go. So this next one, you can either do it with your hips down because we're going to do one leg circle, 3 in each direction, or you can do it with your hips up. Hands right down by the side. We're going to start with the right leg. Here we go. So we're going to cross the midline in, circle around. Just 3 in each direction. 2, yeah. And one more hold here. Make sure that glute on the left side is working super hard. Cross the midline, 1 and 2. Woo! One more time here. And I don't know where this woo thing's coming from. I think it's a Wednesday thing. Left leg lifts. Cross the midline, bring it in. And 2. And one more here. Hold. Check in with the pelvis. And let's reverse that. 1 and 2. And last one here. 3. Hold. And that foot comes down. Let's bring it all the way down. So we're going to flip over onto our stomach, otherwise known as the prone position. And we're going to do our heel squeeze prone, so working our glutes here. So hands are going to come right up by the end of the mat. Your head is going to rest on the mat here, and you're going to bring your heels together at about a 90-degree angle at the knee bend, okay? Keeping the glutes engaged here. Head is going to be resting on the mat. So I'm going to turn my head just so that you can hear me a little bit better, but you really should be looking down at your mat. So we're going to inhale, hold here. Exhale, squeeze the heels. Feel the glutes engaged, and then inhale to release. And again, exhale, pressing the heels together. And inhale, releasing. And press the heels, squeeze the glutes. You should feel those activate without lifting your hips up. And then release. Right, so we're not lifting the hips up as we squeeze. We're pressing the hips down as we squeeze the heels. Let's hold here. We're going to lift the heels up towards the ceiling. So the knees are going to come up and then lower down. We're going to do that for 8. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Squeezing my heels. And again, so we have 5 more. 5, squeezing those glutes. Relaxing the upper body. 4, pulling those abs in tight. And 3 more. And 2 more here. And last one. Here we go. And we're going to extend the legs down the mat here. Let's turn the knees to face down, but go a good hip distance apart. We're going to do our full breaststroke. Okay? So hands start in that breaststroke position that we did earlier in the warm-up. So you're just hovering above the mat here. We're going to inhale to prepare. So set your scapula first on your back. Find that neutral position. And then exhale, reach your arms forward and hover above the mat. Keep your legs active but not lifted. Inhale, circle out to the side and then down by the hips. And we're elevating the chest just a little bit more. No wrinkles in the back of the neck. Exhale, we dive forward. Inhale, we circle and come up. And again, exhale, we dive. Inhale and circle. So we're doing 8 of these. This is 3. This is our 4th. Inhale. Exhale, we dive. We have 2 more. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, we circle. Last one. Exhale, we dive. Inhale, and we circle. And we come all the way down. All right, so we're going to do some swimming with the legs. So we're going to elevate both legs up. Turn the knees out to the side. You're going to relax your upper body. And we're just going to lower the left leg, lift the right leg, and then switch. Yep, so we want to use those glutes to lift. We want to make sure the knees aren't bending. We're going to inhale, increase the pace for 5 counts. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 4, 5. Breathe out. We have 3 more sets. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 4, 5. 2 more sets. 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we hold. Legs come down. Let's take that back for a good shell stretch here. Okay.
Nice to work the back all the directions, all the ways that's available to us, right? We're gonna lay it on the side here. Okay, so I have to admit I'm in love with this one arm push position or exercise that we've been doing. This one here, I've been really feeling my triceps, so I hope you have too if you've been doing this with me. So we're gonna do it today again. So we're gonna be on our side here, on our forearm. Okay, so notice my elbow is not in line with my shoulder here. I'm actually gonna bring that in towards my rib cage, but I don't wanna feel any strain, okay? So you can move it out if you need to. This is just gonna give you more range of motion. So here my forearm is perpendicular to my body, but we wanna actually turn it out to the side. This is called external rotation of your humerus, okay? We wanna open up through that shoulder, that bottom shoulder. You wanna push your body away, right? So we don't wanna be sinking into the mat like so. Nice and even on both sides. Pull those abs in super tight. Hand's gonna come on the outside of the leg right here. What you're gonna do is push into that hand and just come up, yeah? And control the return down. So what we wanna avoid is curling this way as we come up, okay? You wanna keep this nice and open and push up, yeah? And then control nice and slow down. So the work happens on the way down, okay? So you're gonna push up, hold. Let's make sure, let's go down nice and slow. So let's go 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? So we're gonna push up for 1, and then come down, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? And again, and push, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, push, and 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhale and push, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. And we push up, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. So there's 10 of those. Let's bring that forearm so it's perpendicular to the body, and we're gonna reach and extend this leg here, okay? So we're gonna do our side kick. So we're kicking forward, 1, 2, and then back. All right, and again, 1, 2, and then back. Keeping the shoulders nice and open. So we're trying not to be moving the spine here. So we're not going to like a posterior or anterior pelvic tilt. We're also not shifting side to side here. We're gonna do 2 more, pulse, pulse, and we bring it back. And last one, pulse, pulse, we bring it back. Let's reach one long line. We're gonna do circles here, okay? So lift up. So as you lift up, think of dropping this hip down. Now we're gonna circle for 5 in each direction. 4 and 3. Think of dropping this hip down. 2 and 1. Let's reverse that. Back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, bring it in. Let's do the other side, okay? Ooh, I have a mark from my elbow on my mat. Pushing. All right, so here we go. So we want to be in that nice neutral position. So from the side, I have all the natural curves of my spine. My neck is in line with the center of my rib cage right here, okay? Pushing away with the elbow. My arm is still perpendicular, but I'm going to turn it out. You see? Yep. And that way I'm going to open up through this shoulder right here. So I can't really curl my shoulder forward with my hand and my forearm in this position, okay? So hand reaches out down here. We're going to press, come up, and control it down nice and slow, keeping that shoulder open, okay? I'm going to bring that in a little bit more for more range of motion for me. Inhale, exhale, I push. And inhale, nice, slow and controlled on the way down, okay? And again, exhale. Inhale, coming down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, and press. And coming down nice and slow, 4, 3, 2, 1. It might not feel like a lot, but it really is where we need that eccentric work on the way down. So we're gonna do 3 more like that. Push up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 more. Exhale, and coming down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here, and push, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's go back. Perpendicular with that forearm, we're gonna reach this leg out. Think of reaching that top hip away. So we don't want it to crunch up here like that, right? And collapse into this arm. You're pushing away and thinking of reaching your hip down. Okay, so you're gonna lift so that your foot and your hip are in alignment. We don't wanna drop that leg down, okay? We're gonna kick forward. So it's 2 kicks, dorsiflexing. Then we bring it back and point back. Okay, so extending my hip here. So my leg is going back behind my pelvis. Double pulse, that's flexion. This is hip extension, all right? And pulse, pulse, and then bring it back. So I'm using my obliques, especially as my legs go back, not to let go, right? And again, pulse, pulse, and then back, right? 3 more like that. Exhale. And 2. Then we have our leg circles. And 1. Woo. Here we go. So get that leg so that it's in line with your hip joint this way. Pushing away with your arm. Dropping that hip down. Lift that leg up without moving that hip. And we're going to circle forward for 5. And 4. And 3. Only 2. And 1 more here. Hold, and we reverse that. So we go back, down, and around. Yep, and keep checking in with the hip, making sure we're not crunching up with the waist here. And we have 2 more. 1, whoop, and 2. Nice. And all the way down. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to lay on our backs. Let's bring the feet and the knees all the way together here. You're gonna open your arms out to the side like so, and we're just gonna rock side to side here with the body. Okay, just rocking side to side. So I'm squeezing my knees together here, okay? This is a nice way to try to realign your sacroiliac joint, which is where your spine and your pelvis meets. Okay, it's that triangular bone at the very base of your spine. Just side to side here. Yep, let's just do a couple more. Keeping the shoulders and upper body nice and relaxed. All right, now we're gonna cross the left ankle over the right leg here. Just let that leg kind of relax out to the side. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna rock side to side here. It's just a nice way to mobilize the spine and stretch out the hips a little bit. And 2 more here. And last one. Yep. And so for those of you who attend the green room, I'll be sending an email out for an update because I think we might be starting back up again, maybe on Monday. That'd be so great. I think I'll find out for sure tomorrow, Thursday, right? So that's what we're hoping for. We're getting ready for that. And so we're switching that out. We're rocking side to side. Be great to get back onto those reformers, do a little bit of chair work. You're going to notice a big difference in your core, right? And last one here. And over. And feet all the way down. And we're going to sit up here. And let's extend those legs out. So recurl those toes up like so. And we're going to reach forward, pull those toes back towards you, drop the shoulders back and down. Bending the elbows. Of lengthening through the crown of the neck here. So go ahead and curl your head down. Bring your chin in towards your chest. That's your whole posterior line of fascia you feel stretching. Toes are curling towards you. Bring your chin in towards your chest. It goes all the way up to where your eyebrows are. Right? So you might be feeling that all the way through. Woo, I do. And over to this side one time, inhale, and big inhale here. And that's it, all done. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, and we'll see you again soon, okay? Bye.